Yo, what up? Welcome to Sideline Takes. I'm Hudson,
I'm Bromley.
and this is our Week 7 review from last week. So starting off with the college game day, we had number 7 Indiana at number 3 Oregon. I chose Oregon in this game. I was incorrect. Indiana ended up winning this game 30-20. Oregon did not look great. I mean, Indiana played better. And I think this showed that Indiana is a real contender going forward. So I'm a little bit upset with this, but I can't complain.
I picked Indiana in this game. I just had a feeling Fernando Mendoza was going to show out along with that Indiana defense. They really did. That was probably a big upset, but I just had a feeling, and my feeling was correct.
All right, so next we got the SEC games. We're going to start off with number 8 Alabama at number 14 Missouri. And this game, was it close? This was a nail-biter all the way to the end. But once again, Alabama's offense was just too much for Missouri to handle. Alabama did end up winning this game 27-24, while Missouri did look really good, and their running backs just unstoppable, really. Probably one of the best running backs in the SEC right now. Bama's offense was just too good. Ty Simpson having a great second half. I mean, we both chose Alabama here, so nothing to really complain about here.
You know, they really had a chance. 40 seconds left. I think they were on, the 45-yard line. Both were able to throw an interception. Wide open. I don't know his name. His number 2 was wide open down the seam. They had a chance. They just couldn't clutch up in the late time.
Our next game is number 6 Oklahoma at Texas, which was a rivalry game. This is a huge upset here. Texas did end up winning this game 23-6 in blowout fashion. John Mateer looked awful. And some people would say it's because of his thumb, but he was good enough to play, and the coaches played him. The coaches had a decision. They made it. So Texas won this game. They looked really good, better than they looked all year. And Oklahoma can't be saying, oh, Mateer's injured, because if he was injured, then put the other quarterback in. But they believe Mateer is the better quarterback in this situation. So Texas looked better offensively and defensively. And right now, Texas looks like they have the best defense in the SEC at the moment.
Kirk Herbstreit said there's always a big play in this Red River Rivalry. The big play was the Texas punt return touchdown. And I think Mateer, 3 interceptions, he did not look good the whole game. I think the hand was still bugging him. They pushed it out to play. And I think that's still – they still shouldn't have been this bad. It's not something to blame. I just think it's something more to notice.
Our next game is Arkansas at number 12 Tennessee. This game was way closer than it should have been. Tennessee looked awful. I mean, even last week they did not look good. I forgot who they played last week, but they did not look good last week either. Mississippi State, they went into overtime with them. Then this week only beating Arkansas by 3 points. That's embarrassing for being the number 12 team in the nation. You can't be having a 3-point game with an unranked Arkansas team who only has 1 or 2 wins at this point. Jalen Green showed out, though. I mean, he looked really great. And I think at this point in the season, Arkansas is playing with the mindset they have nothing to lose, so I think that's going to make them dangerous down the road.
Yeah, I think this was just an offensive shootout. I think both these teams have bottom-tier defenses. Tennessee's defense does not look good, but their offense so high-powered. Joey Aguilar in that leading offense just keeps leading them just above their opponents to keep winning these crucial games.
All right, our next game, we got Florida at number 5 Texas A&M. A&M won this game 34-17, and while Florida, this was supposed to be like, oh, the big homecoming after beating Texas. They looked solid first drive. They came out firing, but their defense, that very next drive, 2-play touchdown you can't do that if you're trying to compete and be a top 12 team. But again, A&M offense is just, they're insanely good, and their defense is holding teams in the past 3 games to a 2 for 33 third down conversions, and you can't win only having 1 third down conversion in a game. So A&M just looked better all the way around. It was a close game to the fourth quarter, and at that point, A&M just pulled away. Something to recognize with this A&M game, though, running back, what's his name?
Le'Veon
Moss is out for a significant amount of time. So I think that's going to affect the offense. But at the same point, they still have running backs Reuben Owens, Amari Daniels, and E.J. Smith. So I think they'll be fine in the long run. That's just something to point out, though.
Yeah, I also had Texas A&M in this game. I think Florida they showed out kind of to expectations. Looked pretty good in the first half. It was tight. Just Texas A&M ran away with it in the second half, and I think they look like the better team.
Our next game, we got number 10 Georgia at Auburn, and this was a controversial game. Georgia did end up winning this game 20-10, but I think the kind of turning point in this game was the Auburn fumble at the 1-yard line. And the videos, it showed Auburn crossing the line. I think that was pretty obvious, but the rest made a call, and at the end of the day, you got to live with that, and you got to show out no matter what. And another controversial call in the game was Kirby Smart calling a timeout, even though he said he was just clapping, and they took away the timeout, but he still got it. They just didn't count it, so I think that was a big, kind of a turning point in that game. I think this was a ref-oriented based game, but Georgia did end up winning, and they are the better team in my opinion. Just sometimes luck's got a way in it.
I think Auburn looked very good in the first half, but it was that one call that switched up everything. Even though that Auburn fumbled, like Hudson said, fumbled at the 1-yard line, and that was just the flip in the game, and I think Georgia ran away with it from there, and that's why they won.
Yeah, I agree. Our next game, we got South Carolina at number 11 LSU. I chose South Carolina in this game. I thought they weren't going to be able to hold Lenore Sellers, but I was wrong. LSU was able to. They actually only held them to 10 points, and LSU won 20-10. Nussmeier, he didn't look great, but he did enough to get it done, in my opinion. And Lenore Sellers played good, just he didn't do enough, in my opinion, and South Carolina wasn't able to hold LSU. So I think it was a good game, but LSU was the better team in this case.
I obviously had LSU winning. I think our offense showed ups and downs. We also fumbled at the 1-yard line, threw an interception in the red zone. It was just ups and downs. Nussmeier had looked great at sometimes, and then threw 2 INTs at sometimes. So I think even though the score doesn't show how we played, I don't think we played good. I just think South Carolina played worse. Also, a lot of turnovers. Lenore Sellers did not look how he's supposed to look, and I think we got away with one there.
Our next game, we got number 1 Ohio State at number 17 Illinois, and not much to say about this game. I don't think Illinois should be ranked at this point anymore. They're just not looking good. Ohio State beat them 34-16, and being a top 25 team, or top 20 team really, 34-16 is not a good look, especially getting blown out by Indiana. You can't do that, and they're just not looking good at all. Like their quarterback, Luke Altmaier, he's not really impressing me right now. But Ohio State did take away this one.
I also had Ohio State. I think Jeremiah Smith in the Julian Saling connection. Jeremiah Smith had 5 catches, 45 yards, and a touchdown. He looked great in that game. Nice double move fade route to score a touchdown at the end there, and I think that was the sealer because some people don't understand. Illinois almost made a comeback. I think it was 24-17 at one point, and then they just stopped at 24-16.
Our next game, we got number 15 Michigan at USC. I had USC in this game. I thought that USC, Jaden Maiava and Jacoby Lane, there's a really good duo right now, and I don't feel like Michigan is looking as strong as they have in the past. So I had USC winning this game, and they did by a large amount. It was kind of a blowout to say, and Michigan, they didn't look great. I mean, their quarterback, Bryce Underwood, he's looking like a freshman quarterback, in my opinion. He's not doing anything great, but he's not doing terrible. But, yeah, we had USC winning 31-13.
I had Michigan in this game. I thought they looked better before, but I think Jaden Maiava just put himself in the Heisman contention. That was such a good game across the board. Their defense held Michigan down, and I think even though I was wrong, I think USC is a real contender now. So I went 7-2, and
I went 6-3.
So we're both 13-4 on the season. So we're tied through 2 weeks.
All right, and we're just gonna do a little shout-out game, which we did not cover in the last video. But number 4 Ole Miss versus Washington State, and that game was way closer than it should have been. 24-21. Like, you're number 4 team in the nation. You can't be having a 3-point game to Washington State like that. Ole Miss looked awful. Washington State, they showed up. They looked better, in my opinion. I think Ole Miss just had more talent at that point. They barely pulled away.
Also, shout out Coach Hud. He went 5-0.
Yeah. Did he really?
Yeah. That's
5-0.
crazy. All right, stay tuned. Thursday, our predictions, and we're also going to post a short on our version of the top 25. That's it. Peace out.
All right. Thank you.